Hi, I'm Carolina, your podcast host and expert womb healer. Over the past 5 years, I've served over 500 women to remove physical blockages in their bodies. We achieve this with Reiki. I believe healing doesn't have to be done alone, nor should it be. You will hear stories of healing, methods to heal with, and guest speakers covering taboo topics you won't hear anywhere else. Let's continue this journey of womb healing together. Hi, I'm Carolina, your Reiki master and womb healer, and welcome back to the podcast. This episode is sponsored by the Fertility Foundation Collective membership, and that is our monthly membership that helps women have access to high quality and fantastic Reiki healing and to allow yourself to heal at your own pace. And we have monthly Zoom meetings where you get live healing, oracle card pulls, and all of that wonderful natural boost with Reiki to help you conceive, and it allows you to be part of a community that's unlike anything else on the internet and will carry you through from trying to conceive all the way through your pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. So let's dive in today. We are doing an episode about being grounded and what does staying grounded mean during your fertility and pregnancy journey and what techniques can actually be done. We already know fertility is hard enough. We already know pregnancy is hard enough. And if you've been trying to conceive for a while and then you finally get pregnant, often not, you might have fertility trauma that might be contributing to a very anxious pregnancy. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you. But with a lot of my clients, after they spend years trying to conceive, then they're pregnant. And then there's this anxiety and there's stress. What's going to happen next? What does that movement mean? What does this pain mean? Why do I feel this way? What does this sensation mean? So a lot of their energy is in their chest and their crown and exiting their body with stress, with racing thoughts, overactive thoughts. So how do they get grounded? And what does it mean to be grounded? So let's start with the definition of being grounded. Really just meaning being grounded means to feel collected and to put all of the energy back into your physical body. So if you could imagine that you had all of this energy in your body and your crown chakra is at the top of your head. So imagine that you're having an anxious moment. All of your energy that's in your body, kind of like think of it as racing lights. All of it's going to shoot up out of your head because that's where the most activity is happening in your body. It's your mind is the most active thing. So all of your energy is going to leave and be in that chakra area. So that means there's too much activity in one part of your body and not enough in your feet, your legs, your pelvis, your core, your chest, your arms, and your fingers, and your neck. So like there's too much in one area and none at the bottom. So it's very top heavy energy and not enough in the lower half. Therefore, you have an out of body experience. You might go down a road and you're like, how did I get here? What did I come down to the kitchen for? Or why did I end up here? So it's very common occurrences when you're anxious or preoccupied and you have too much energy that's in your head, in your crown chakra, to not know why you ended up somewhere. So you are not grounded. To be grounded means to collect all of that energy and put it back in your body. So that means other words that could be used for grounded are centered, aligned, at home in my body. I've heard a client say, I feel at home in my body. So feeling grounded just means to have an increased calmness in your mind, your body, and your physical self at the same moment. So how does one get grounded? That's probably the next question. Ways to get grounded are to move your body, exercise, walking. But the number one way is to get outside, to connect with nature. If you can, barefoot is best. And they say for at least 15 to 20 minutes, put your feet in the grass, get your hands in the dirt, gardeners and getting their hands in the dirt and touching the plants, that's going to be really magical for their being. That's going to effortlessly ground them. My second number one tip to get grounded is to get Reiki. Either give it to yourself if you're attuned to Reiki, or get a Reiki session, or listen to a Reiki guided meditation. Reiki will collect all of your energy and put it back where it's supposed to, so you're balanced and all of your energies in one place in your body where it's supposed to be. The next one is do breath work. Breath work will slow down that racing mind and move the energy through. And usually if you're doing breath work, you might be listening to some guidance. There's a lot of breath work meditations on YouTube. Fantastic. And breath work techniques vary. So if you're pregnant, make sure you're doing safe breath work, because not all breath work is safe for you during pregnancy. You can listen to solfeggio music or frequency music or rainforest music. You can also change your routine. So in that case is like groundedness can come from distraction, meaning, for example, if you're anxious about something, you can then go ahead and change your routine, meaning like you might implement a new habit that's going to require effort. So that's actually distracting you a little bit, and you're putting your effort into something and you can become obsessed with that for a second. A second one is clean your home. Cleaning is a very grounding activity. Sometimes we can feel anxious and our environment can contribute to anxious feelings if it's cluttered. So decluttering or purging of clutter in your home can be a very grounding experience, because you are taking control of something. And control sometimes is a very common thing to make people feel grounded. Control is an illusion, but some things you do have control over, like control over completely over every aspect of your life. No, that's an illusion. But can you contribute and control how much extra clothes you have, or get rid of the shoes that you're not going to wear this season that are torn up? Or in our case, I had to throw away so many old clothes that just no longer fit or were tattered. That was really great to see that everything was organized and I had space. The next thing is my favorite of all, besides getting Reiki. This may not be for everyone, but for me is spend time with the people who really see my soul. My number one favorite thing, besides my husband and my son, but there's a woman named Rosa. And she is my second mom. And she used to be my boss when I worked in Miami at this pharmaceutical company. And she, even when I worked for her, people said, Carolina is Rosa's baby. This woman I have such a connection with. She and I are so close. And when she says something, I listen. My mom may say something and I question it. And I'm like, I'll think about it. But if Rosa says something, I'll do it. This woman sees me, sees my soul. It sees all the things that I am, all the things I was. It sees the things I've created. And the way that she loves me and the way that she embraces me grounds me in ways I can't even describe. You know, I don't have the easiest of upbringings, but I imagine that's what must feel like to have a very unconditional, loving, maternal relationship. Rose is my second mom. It's a choice. It's a choice that she and I have this deep relationship. But the groundedness that I feel of being unconditionally loved by her is so special, because I haven't felt it often in my life. So that is also a very grounding experience. And when I get to spend time with her, usually it's just once a year, I savor those moments. So spending time with people who are really going to see you and really love on you and really hold space for you, come as you are, and I will take care of the rest. That's really special. And I think those people are really rare, but she's one of those people for me. So, and I didn't realize that until my husband pointed it out. He goes, when you spend time with Rosa, boy, does it ground your whole being. The way that you light up your eyes, your skin, you glow. It is a beautiful experience to watch, you told me. And I was like, that's one of the most beautiful things anyone has ever said to me. So now, why would you want to ground? Like, why would this make a difference in your fertility or pregnancy journey? Great question. When you're grounded, you're going to make different decisions than if you were not grounded. So when you're grounded, you are essentially whole. All parts of you are in your physical body. All parts of you are collected. And think of it as if you were to eat a full meal, have had a full night's rest, had a cup of coffee, that feeling like you were all taken care of and you were to make a big decision. If you were grounded like that and so well taken care of versus you were anxious and nervous and you had to make the same decision, guarantee you, you would not be making decisions from the same place. The perspectives are very different. When you're grounded, you have the ability to have a higher vibration, therefore a higher consciousness, and see things from different angles. You can see things from different perspectives and evaluate pros and cons. This feels good. I trust my body. So where does my body feel good when I think of this perspective and this option? Maybe you will see this option when you're grounded versus if you weren't. So why does it matter that you're grounded? So if you're making decisions in your fertility, if you're making decisions in your pregnancy journey, it can make a big difference on how you handle situations. It can make a big difference in the choices that you make. Instead of making decisions out of fear, you're making them grounded with confidence, and you have the potential to move forward with empowerment and make sometimes very stressful situations very, very powerful for you, very transformative for you. And I'm always going to push and ask, is this a positive experience? Is this empowering? Or are we making decisions with confidence? Or are we making decisions out of fear? Because a lot of decisions have to be made, especially if you're doing fertility and you have fertility treatments. You know, if you have infertility, this is not just, oh yeah, we're having sex and we're going to get pregnant on the first try. This is not that. So there's a lot of decisions, a lot of things to be considered, and things that are only that you can decide. So if you can come up with a grounding ritual or practice that you have established, and I would come up with at least 3, and those practices should be different. I have one that I have a track of angel music I listen to on YouTube. I can play that anywhere. I can listen to that in my headphones anywhere. I can't always go barefoot in my backyard. It's Nebraska. I live in Nebraska. So that means in the middle of the country, it's cold half the year. So I can't go barefoot. I also don't have dirt in my house. So I can't go digging around in the dirt. And I'm also not a gardener, and I live in an HOA. So I don't exactly have a garden. So in this case, I will listen to solfeggio music, angel music on YouTube. I also like to listen to rainforest music. I will also give myself Reiki because I'm Reiki attuned, of course. And I also will do womb breaths. So if you've ever been any of my Reiki circles or have done Reiki with me, we will do what's called womb breaths. And womb breaths are where we breathe in through our nose, we go over our head, down our spine, into our wombs, we hold it for a certain count, and then exhale through our mouths. And we do that through different counts and hold it for different lengths of time to have different effects on the body. And that's a very grounding exercise as well. So breath work is really great. It's mobile. Breath is free. YouTube, free. Reiki, if you know how to do it, amazing. YouTube, you can go on my YouTube, and there's Reiki on there. That's free. So I just like, depending on the situation, I'm not always home. And if I am on the go, I want something that's portable with me. I think if you're in the doctor's office and you're waiting to get an IUI, I think it's great to have a meditation you can listen to or a favorite track. We offer that in the Fertility Foundation Collective. We have specific meditations for every situation through IUI and IVF. The 2-week wait we had a client and she requested a meditation for when she's going to get inseminated. She wants to listen to Reiki meditation. So I wrote her one. We recorded it. When you're pregnant, it's so much. Your body's changing. You're preparing for birth. You're planning your postpartum, hopefully. You're connecting to baby. You're buying things. You're going to doctor's appointments. You're navigating this new part of your relationship with your partner. With that, being grounded will also allow you to move through those situations with more calmness. I think that calmness is the greatest asset you can ever have. It is a skill. I'm definitely not a calm person all the time. But during pregnancy, I think if you can have a grounding practice that will allow you to move through all of those transitions, because that's essentially all they are, is transitions and decision making with calmness. So you can observe, process, and then make a decision. Don't let anyone rush you. If you have to make a decision, don't let anyone push you around. If you do, DM me. We can have conversations. But that's what being grounded can do for you, is it can allow you to move through things feeling like very in control, very empowered, and very powerful. If you are moving through your pregnancy anxious and fearful and hopeless, we need to talk. There is definitely things we can do to shift it. You have to be open to wanting to shift your energy. Some people don't want to heal and some people are fine with that, or they don't know that life doesn't have to be that way. But it all starts with what you want. So just to recap, grounded just means to collect your energy in your physical body. It just means to put it all back in. If you're anxious and nervous and ungrounded, you're going to feel like you don't know how you got somewhere and you're going to feel out of control, versus feeling grounded will mean you'll feel complete. You feel whole. You feel serene and calm. You can make decisions better if you're grounded. You're also going to have better health if you're grounded. Also, you'll be able to make better decisions and feel and see things in different perspectives when you're grounded versus if you're not. Fertility and pregnancy are hard enough. You shouldn't have to make it harder by being ungrounded. And the most popular ways to get grounded are to move your body, get outside, get Reiki, do breath work, listen to frequency, music, change your routine, clean your home, purge clutter, or spend time with people who really see you. Until next time, my friends, know that you're loved and you know that I am rooting for you. It was an honor to connect and serve you this week. If you are a spiritually curious person wanting to conceive and heal blockages in your fertility, click the link in the episode description to learn more about the Fertility Foundation Collective. Until next time, my friend, know you are loved.